I'm Janine Allen from Pam Golding and going to have a few words with Mike Alsop from the Agricultural Research Council of South Africa about our honeybee.
There is only one species of western honeybee found in Africa, the Apis mellifera, but we have two varieties of that. We have the Cape honeybee in the Western Cape, the coastal bee, and then the rest of the country we have scutellata, which used to be called the Transvaal bee, now called the African bee. In addition to that, of course, there are thousands and thousands of species, probably about 8,000 or 10,000 species of other bees, mostly solitary bees. The vast majority of commercial agriculture depends on managed honeybees being brought in specifically to pollinate those commercial crops. So the value of beekeeping is actually, the value of honeybees is not honey per se or propolis or other bee products, but it's that they are used to commercially pollinate a huge array, 100+ different crops, that their sustainability and their efficiency of production requires commercial bees to pollinate them. We have a demand for bees which is increasing at 20, perhaps even more than 20% a year, and that is in terms of commercial pollination with crops being planted that absolutely demand honeybee pollination. But at the same time, as the population develops and as we get expansion of infrastructure, etc., we are removing our capacity to keep bees. So there's less forage, we are cutting down trees, we are putting up malls, we are removing natural places to keep bees. And they're crop fall at the moment. We're going to see under that feeder, I guarantee they put comb because they're short of space. We do not have a structured process for development of beekeepers. We do not have licensed beekeepers. Beekeepers are required to register with the Department of Agriculture, but that doesn't require them to do anything other than send in a piece of paper. Look at that, all drone brood. That's all brood. Less than 1% of beekeeping takes place on land that a beekeeper owns. Now I have a challenge. What am I going to do with it? In terms of the forage, the major owners of forage are the government and agriculture. So in terms of developing the forage and being able to sustain beekeeping and sustain the pollination services, farmers have a critical role in terms of building the forage. Growers in general can actually always choose a path which is less damaging to pollinators and less damaging to bees or more damaging. And we need to create incentives for growers to actually choose the less damaging path. It's about food security, but more than that, it's about job security. There are literally 500,000, if not more, jobs in South Africa that are dependent on a sustainable bee population. That's not beekeepers, that's people that actually work on commercial agriculture that would not be sustainable if you did not have bee populations to actually to support the growth and the economic viability of that. The public needs to get involved to get our public representatives from local government up to national government involved and take responsibility for protecting this resource, which is really not happening in South Africa.